Hey, what's up guys? Miguel here from Toy Quest 101, and on this episode, we're gonna be unboxing and reviewing the exclusive Happy Days 1/6 scale Arthur Fonzie from our friends over at Kaustic Plastik. And that episode is gonna start right now. Hey, what's up guys? Miguel here as always, and welcome to another episode of Toy Quest 101. Now I'm really pumped up because like I mentioned before, on this episode, we're gonna be unboxing and reviewing the exclusive Happy Days 1/6 scale Arthur Fonzie from our friends over at Kaustic Plastik in collaboration with Infinite Statue. Now before we start, I want to remind you guys, subscribe to Toy Quest 101 and don't forget to hit that notifications bell so you don't miss any toy reviews, statue unboxings, or any celebrity guests that might pop up on our show. Now this is our first partnership with Kaustic Plastik, and I'm super pumped up because they send me the works for this figure. I think this is the way to go. This is the exclusive set that comes with the exclusive 1/6 diorama. It comes with the figure itself and the limited edition jukebox. So this comes with all the bells and whistles. And as you guys know, Kaustic Plastik, they are collectors themselves. So they really pride themselves into making sure you have everything you need to have the best display with the character that you purchase from them, in this case, the Fonz. So I'm really pumped up, but as always, let's start with what we have here in the boxes. I love the presentation, guys. Their presentation is absolutely amazing, from the art boxes to everything you get with the exclusive. And we're gonna start with the exclusive 1/6 diorama base right here. This is really cool because this is where you're gonna fit your Fonz figure and the jukebox to have the ultimate display from Happy Days. This is really cool. The art box presentation is gorgeous. I love the colors and it's really, really nice. Now this also comes with a Arnold's Drive-In Restaurant t-shirt exclusive to the first couple hundred that purchased this, which I thought that was really cool. And of course we have the figure box here with the amazing artwork of the Fonz here in the front. And of course this is limited to 100 figures. Here on the side, it's gonna tell you everything that comes inside of the box. And on the back, it's gonna pay its flowers to everybody who's worked on this figure, which they have the best of the best, both internationally and the best sculptors in Europe and in the hobby. I'm super excited because there's a lot of familiar names here that do just the very best when it comes to 1/6 scale figures. But this art presentation on this box looks really good. And of course, at the end over there, we do have the jukebox, which again, the presentation looks good. You're gonna see the record with the Fonzie in the front. And I'm so excited because the jukebox for me is the coolest thing because it is Bluetooth, but we're gonna jump into that a little later. So let's get to unboxing it. Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back. And as you can see, the Fonz is out of the box and on our turntable, and he comes with a ton of accessories. So I'm really excited to dive deep into this review. But first, for those who don't know, Happy Days was one of the most successful television sitcom series of the 70s, airing from January 1974 to July of 1984. Now from here, the Fonz was born, portrayed by actor Henry Winkler as the stereotypical greaser who was frequently seen on a motorcycle, wore a leather jacket, and was the essence of cool, making him the most popular character from the series. Now for me, Happy Days was introduced at a very, very young age. Watching Nick at Night, Happy Days was on, and I used to stay up to watch the Fonz all the time, and he definitely was the coolest character of the bunch. I love him, and he looks super cool on this display. And that's what I love about Kaustic Plastik, is that they have niche figures, and you're never gonna find anything like this. And this is the first Fonz figure ever. It's 12 inches tall, and they did an absolutely fantastic job with them. So as always, we're gonna break down the figure and what it comes with. So let's start with the base. So the first thing I absolutely love about this diorama base is the Happy Days logo in the front. You see the little plaque here with the record in the back, all in gold. I love that because it gives it that added touch and gives it that feel to the old school Happy Days show that we all love. Now the base is really cool as well because it does have that black and white old school tile from the restaurant to again give it that flair, give it that feeling that it's coming right off of the show, right off of the TV into your display. Now what I really love about this base is that it does have magnets inside of it to eliminate those crotch grabbers and those stands that I absolutely hate with other 6-scale figures, and it helps the figure stand up along with other accessories that it does come with. Now speaking of those accessories, it does come with a Coca-Cola bottle, it comes with the mustard, and it comes with the Arnold can, again just giving it that flair to jump off the TV show right into your display. Kaustic Plastik does a great job thinking of these small little details to give that wow factor to your display, and I think that's what they did with this diorama base. So another cool thing that Kaustic Plastik included with this figure is this amazing art card here that I absolutely love, because you could include this in your display. It has the character here, of course the actor Henry Winkler here, and it has the same art that you found on the art box that the figure came out of. And on the back, you're gonna see everybody who worked on this amazing figure, and you see a lot of great names on here, so shout out to them. And of course, shout out to Fabio for allowing us to review this figure and of course partnering up with us. But this is really, really cool. I love this because again, it gives the flowers to the artists that should be recognized for everything that they did here. And of course, it's just a cool little added touch to add to your display. And this would be something cool to have autographed by Henry Winkler himself, who's always at the cons, if not the diorama base that we just spoke about. So one of my favorite things out of this entire exclusive set is the Jukebox accessory. Now this gives it a really cool added touch and a cool element because you could recreate that scene from the restaurant of the Fonz next to his jukebox, which he's always playing music on. This is a big deal at that restaurant, so I'm so happy they included this. You can make this iconic scene from Happy Days with your figure and the jukebox when the Fonz is leaning up against it. I think that's really, really cool and probably my favorite part of it all. Now the jukebox itself is Bluetooth compatible, and it is compatible with Android and iOS, which is really cool. And you could put in a rechargeable battery, or it is also USB powered. Now I absolutely love that. They really thought of us collectors who hate putting batteries into their accessories. And like I mentioned before, everyone in Kaustic Plastik are collectors themselves, so they really thought about us when it came to plugging this in and making it USB. For me, that's the best way to go. Sometimes the batteries get corroded after a while inside of the accessory, and you'll be able to connect this to any Alexa to go ahead and power on, and with your phone to go ahead and play that music. Now I wish I could put some music on for you, but because copyright I can't, but I could tell you that the Bluetooth is pretty strong for what we have here, and the accessory lights up with the music and stuff. I mean, this is just an amazing touch to have with this entire diorama set. So kudos to the team for adding this. Again, this is my favorite part of the entire exclusive diorama. All right, guys, so let's talk about the accessories that come with the Fonz himself. Now, the first thing out of the box is you have 8 different hands that you could choose from. Obviously, you have the 2 thumbs up that come already on the figure that are the most iconic, and I think are the ones that people are gonna use the most, right? I like them a lot. You have some open hand ones as well, like you see here. And you have one with a closed grip here, kind of like almost like a punch. And then you have some that kind of have like an open grip. Some are like C grips. Some have the index finger a little bit out more. But nonetheless, you do have 8 different options to interchange with your figure to make the ultimate display and pose them how you want. Now, right now, I have them kind of posed with the jukebox, and throughout the video, I have them in different poses as I normally do, so you guys can see the different options. But for me, this one right here is the most iconic. Leaning up against the jukebox, he got his feet crossed and his thumbs up. I really love this about this figure and about this entire setup, that the presentation could be flawless just like it is in the show. Now, another thing that it comes with that I thought was pretty cool was the comb. The comb is really cool. Obviously, the Fonz is always making sure that his hair looks good. So this is iconic to the character as well, having the comb. So thank you for adding that, because the displays are gonna be endless, and you could go ahead and display him with the comb and do another type of diorama that you would want with him combing his hair. I thought that would be cool as well. Now, the other thing that it does come with are 2 portraits here. Now, the first one is already on the figure. You're gonna see him kind of have like a grin, a more serious look. Now, this is my preferred portrait over the one where he's kind of smiling. This one is another option to have. It's cool to have, obviously, different options when you are making your display or posing your character, but it adds more dimension to him. So if you want to have him, you know, kind of cheesing, you can. But I do like the regular portrait better. I think it came out a lot better, but this is a cool option to have as well. So I'm kind of glad that they offered a second portrait for you. Go ahead and, you know, play around with your display and see what kind of pose you want to get out of the character. Now, the other thing that comes with the figure, just in case you do get the figure by itself, which is an option, is its own little base. It's kind of like a mini replica of the bigger diorama. It does have the black and white tile on the floor, like from the restaurant. It does have the Happy Days emblem all in gold in the front. And it also does have magnets inside, so that way Fonz doesn't fall over and can stand up. So this is another option just in case you don't want to spend all the money on the bigger exclusive display. If you do get the Fonz by himself, he does come with his own base. Now let's talk about the figure itself. Again, guys, it's about 12 inches tall. You have 28 points of articulation. Now, what I love about that is that they didn't have to really do that, because really the poses that you have with the Fonz aren't gonna be that crazy, right? Like the one I have now where he's kind of leaning up against, you know, the jukebox. There really isn't that many crazy poses that you wanna do with the Fonz if you want it to be kind of screen accurate to the show. But they still added 28 points of articulation. Obviously the seamless body. You got the ball joints here for you to switch out your hands and stuff. And he looks really, really good. It's a high quality figure. It doesn't feel cheap. The portrait itself is hand painted, really nice portrait, which we're gonna get into in a little bit. But the body itself is really good. The tailoring is done really well. Now, although this jacket is not leather, it's still made out of really, really good material. And it does have the wire here on the collar, so you could pop it just like he does in the show. The zipper works, it goes up and down. It has the white tee underneath to make it more accurate to the character. And again, the leather on this, they use different tailoring on it, because as you can see on the bottom here, it's almost like a different type of material, as well as the cuffs here, which look really good. And it still has that leather look and that leather feel. The colors look great on it. It has that, you know, leather brown to it, but the stitching looks really good. Again, you know, the zipper here in the front looks really good too, really accurate. I really love the jacket. I think the jacket really gives it justice to this figure. Now take a look at the jeans. The jeans look really good. They're kind of like whitewashed blue jeans. You're gonna see a lot of wrinkles here and stuff. The fabric looks really good. You're gonna see the gold stitching just like you normally would in your you know, pockets and stuff and down the leg. But it did a really good job with the tailoring here on the pants as well. Obviously, you got some like weatherization on it, some distortion on it. It looks really good. It's whitewashed. And then you get down to the boots. The boots actually are pretty high. If you look, they're a little higher than normal. If you look underneath, you see the crease underneath the pants, but they are high boots, which probably help them make them stand up a little bit better. And there are magnets underneath the boots, again, to go with that diorama base, so that way he doesn't fall over. The articulation works well. As you can see, I have his leg kind of crossed over all the way, and he's almost on his tippy toe here with his right leg. But the articulation and the fabrics and the tailoring and the hand painted portrait and everything that it comes with is very high quality stuff. It's not cheap stuff. He looks really, really good. He feels good. Look at the details in his hands too. The hands are really well sculpted, really well painted as well. And if we go back to the portraits, guys, I love the portrait that's here. For me, out of the two portraits, like I kind of mentioned before, this portrait for me is a little bit more spot on to the character. The paint job is done very well. Again, these are all hand painted, so they did take their time to making sure the accuracy is there. The hair sculpt looks good. His sculpt himself and his face looks good. He kind of got like that nose that, you know, Henry Winkler has. And you're gonna see the eyebrows look really good and his chin. So it does look very accurate to the character back when he played the Fonz. And when you come over to this one where he's kind of gritting, I don't know, it's something, maybe it's the teeth for me, I'm not really too sure. It's still a good portrait, it's not horrible, but for me, if I were to pick one, I think the regular portrait is so much better than the one where he is kind of grinning. But like I said, nonetheless, they're giving you two options. Sky's the limit with how you wanna, you know, pose this figure with the two different options and all the hand options and stuff. But it looks really, really good. I like both portraits, but again, the regular portrait for me is the iconic portrait and the portrait to go with, because it is a lot better than the other one. And again, you're gonna see some nice displays like the one that we have here. All right, guys, there you have it. The 1/6 scale Arthur Fonzarelli, the Fonz from Happy Days, from our friends over at Kaustic Plastik in collaboration with Infinite Statue. Now, this particular piece is absolutely amazing to me. I was really blown away with the amount of accessories that come with the exclusive piece. The jukebox for me really did it. I love the Bluetooth capabilities. I love the fact that I could play music out of it and it lights up. I'm a sucker for the LEDs. The magnetic base, again, is another thing that I absolutely love. No crotch grabbers at all. And you could pose this figure however you want with all the different types of accessories, the 28 points of articulation, the seamless body, the craftsmanship is there, the quality and the tailoring is there. Everything is there, man. Absolute blown away by the quality of this figure. And I cannot wait to continue unboxing and reviewing figures for them, because I didn't think it was gonna be this good. I mean, I knew they had some great products, but man, when you have it in hand and see the amount of details that they put into it, see the amount of things that you could get with this figure to put it together and make an awesome, epic display. I mean, the accuracy, it's there, and they really did their homework. So I'm really, really excited for this, and I cannot wait to put it in my display. Guys, not only were we able to review and unbox this figure for you guys, but we also got an exclusive discount code for you guys to use at infinitestatues.com, and it's ToyQuest 101 for you to go ahead and get a discount towards any of your pre-orders or any figures there, just like the Fonz that we reviewed today. All the links are gonna be in the bio of the video where you could get this. There's like 3 different versions. I'll make sure to include all of them there. Make sure it fits your budget and your liking. But again, I absolutely love the exclusive figure that comes with everything you see here. It just adds more to your display and that accuracy to the TV show. If you guys like this episode, please comment below. Let us know what you think. Let us know if you are owning any Infinite Statue in collaboration with Kaustic Plastik figures in your collection, or if you plan on to. And guys, don't forget to follow us on Instagram, X, Facebook, TikTok, and don't forget to subscribe to ToyQuest 101. We'll see you guys on another episode. Bye, guys.